So happy Tuesday, happy Tuesday, happy Tuesday. Hopefully that you're having an absolutely awesome February. Can you believe we are like 45 days in, 44 days in to 2024 already? This year is going to fly. And I have a feeling the closer we get to November, the more political advertisements we're going to see. The market's going to be all over the place. But what I wanted to talk about today is just the news, to trade the news or not trade the news. And typically when you're trading, let me back up. For those of you that don't know me, my name's Forrest Knight. I'm a social media marketing strategist, coach, and trader. And what I've been really focusing on here for the last little while is just focusing on becoming a better trader and introducing people that want to learn how to trade to an awesome trading academy that we have, that if you put in the time and do your homework and practice, you can get some skills as a trader too. Again, I'm not a financial advisor. As the banner scrolling across the bottom of the screen says here, trading involves substantial risk of loss and is not suitable for everyone. It's not a get-rich-quick deal. Not all trades result in wins. Do not trade money that you can't afford to lose. And if you have any questions about the education platform, feel free to reach out to me. We talk about what it costs to get enrolled. It's very affordable. The instructors are absolutely fabulous, next level. One of my babies that I like to trade, now moving on, one of my babies that I like to trade is gold. Been doing that for a while and just sort of fell in love with being able to trade gold. In our trading academy, you have access to learn how to trade crypto, which I would highly recommend that you get in and learn how to trade crypto, because the way the crypto market's going, I trade crypto as well. Maybe learn how to trade stock options, because when crypto takes off, the market's going to take off. And there was a big news event this morning that was positive news that caused the dollar to sort of take off, which made the market move funky. And I'm going to show you when we're talking about trading the news what that means, right? What does that mean? And should you trade the news? Should you not trade the news? Are you a scalper, a swing trader, whatever, right? So here, let's jump right in. And I'm going to do my favorite opportunity here is to share screens. So you don't have to hear me talk, but I'm going to share screen while I'm talking. So this is called Forex Factory. It sort of gives you ideas on news. The news that came out today, it's Tuesday, was here. It says 7:30, and we're talking about the U.S. news. It doesn't mean that the rest of the news around the world doesn't affect what's going on, but primarily if you're trading gold, right, and or US 30, this is going to have a big impact on specifically the core CPI, and this area has a big impact on news. And you can track that if you're tracking. I've been doing quite a few trainings on just tracking your trading, right? Having a journal, as I call it, being able to track trades so that we know US 30, this had a big impact. So let's go take a look at the charts and see how this impacted. So first, this is the dollar, and you can see the dollar started way down here. This is at 7 o'clock. And it literally hit that 7:30 news, and it just took off. And I want to say that was like I don't know, it was a big pit move. Had quite a bit of move in that dollar move. So what did that do to the rest of the market? So every time the dollar moves, especially on a big move like this, it's going to impact. And the impact was directly correlated here. So we know when there's a positive impact in the news from the core CPI, that the dollar is probably going to take off. So if we notate that, we put it in our journal, we pay attention to what's going on, we know that when there's a positive impact on the CPI, typically the dollar is going to take off. If you've been tracking this for a while and you have different information, please feel free to let me know. You won't hurt my feelings, because I'm all about learning and becoming a better trader. So this is what happened. This is the pound versus the Japanese yen. You can see this is what happened in there. Let me blow that up a little bit bigger, right? So this is the pound versus the Japanese yen. This is one of the trades that one of the pairs that I trade here. As you can see, that this was the effect that 7:30 news had on this. A huge dragonfly candle, I believe is what it's called. I don't have all the candles memorized, but it's just saying that when you see a long wick, there's something going to happen in the market, right? And it did, and the pound went up. Now this has just been moving up, right? So it didn't really have a big effect. came all the way up from here a couple of days ago, and it's just been moving up. Had a lot of consolidation here. Something probably happened in the European market to cause this spike. If we go back and look at that, let's see, that was 1 o'clock yesterday. Yep, CPI here as well. See, same thing in this climate count change, had a red folder. So unemployment changes, orange and yellow folders. Yellow folders don't have that much of an impact as the orange and red folders do, but you can see that was a 1 o'clock news, which most likely caused this little spike here, brought it up, did a spike in that. Again, news affects not just the U.S. market, all around the world. Then we have the 7:30 news here. And as you can see, the pound and the yen are taking off in terms of a pair to trade because of the dollar. So let's go ahead and take a look at US 30. So this was the US 30 spike here this morning, right? Same thing. 7:30 news hit. It was consolidating. Not doing much. 7:30 news hit. Dollar took off. US 30 headed to the basement. If you caught this, right? If you were paying attention on this trade, there was a lot of money right here, right? If you're scalping and you jumped in this trade at 7:30 and let it run for that 15-minute period from 7:30 to 7:45, even if you went to maybe even 7:50 all the way up to 8 o'clock, there was a lot of money in that move, right? In that little 30-minute move, there was a lot of money in this move right here. If you traded US 30 and you had it set up and you saw that and you entered and you paid attention to this and you saw where everything was at, got the Fibonacci's going up here. There's a lot of money in here. And of course, it's sort of hanging out down in this area right now, trying to decide what it's going to do with itself for the rest of the day. Again, each one of these moves, there's a lot of money in here. If you're scalping, we scalped this morning, had a nice little deal every Saturday, every weekday, unless it's a holiday at 8:30. There's about 900 of us get on a call and we scalp for all of maybe 15 minutes total. I was totally on this deal for like 3 minutes, had a pretty good return on my money, which is pretty cool. You don't have to scalp forever. You just have to know how to do it. So pretty excited about that. Pretty neat deal there. And let's talk about what gold did. And of course, as I put the news here, this is what gold did this morning. So it took off. It took off, did the same thing, 7:30 news. The gold a lot of times is directly affected by the dollar from what I've seen. The candles look weird here because I'm using Heikin-Ashi candles, sort of one of my favorites. You can see again, 7:30 news, gold just headed to the basement. If you trade like this and you saw this trade and you got entered in up here and you say you set yourself for 100 pips on this trade, you would have made yourself a really nice little trade of money. If you were trading gold at one lot size at 100 pips, you would have made $1,000, right? Just the way the math is. So pretty cool move there. And again, if anything I say, if you're an expert trader, anything I say is wrong, don't hesitate to reach out and say, hey, dude, what you just said was totally whacked, or readjust, and I will, because my goal is not to put out bad information. So this trade moved very, very well in terms of doing this. Again, gold is one of my favorite pairs to trade. A trade signal that was dropped last night, and I've been tracking this. And if you don't know, I've been tracking gold for a while. I say track and measure, log and journal, so that we got our trade signal last night. And again, this is what came in, and I track and everything, came down, hit our TP1 area. Didn't hit my 30 pip area, didn't hit the 50 pips, but it did hit TP1 before it turned around and went up to the stop loss and stopped itself out. So if you took this trade, right, if you were in the academy and you took this trade, you hit and you entered the TP1 position, you made a nice little 20 pip move, nice little money to take some money out. If you entered the 30 pip area, probably didn't hit 30 pips, you probably got stopped out anything past the TP1 area, which was pretty nice. Again, the news came in and affected this. If you could have forecast the news, you could have done a lot of stuff in here. Say, well, if it goes this way, I'm going to put in 50 pips in this direction. If it goes this way, I could put in 50 pips in this direction, put a very, very small stop loss on either one in case it moved in the wrong direction. You could have made a little bit of money. But again, that's a sort of a funky inverse way that I made up of trading to protect your money. I did not do this. I did not trade the news this morning because I was busy doing something else, but I did not trade that. And again, do you trade the news? Do you wait till after the news? Do you wait till it's all done? Again, gold just move all the way down here. Very, very nice move on gold. Let's see what that was. If you would have entered up here and took this trade all the way down to, say, down in this area somewhere, right? You had a 376 pip move. Nice move there. That's a nice move if you would have taken this trade all the way down to the bottom and just rolled it out to see what happens. So that is a wrap for today. Just pay attention to the news when you're trading. Moral of the story is when you're trading, right? Sometimes you just have to wait till the news is done, right? Wait till the news is done. See what's going to happen for the news. Close any trades that might be in profit before the news hits. Wait till the news hits, and then re-enter and reevaluate where the market is at and come back and trade the market in. Hopefully you got some value from this. If you did, please share your takeaways. If you're thinking about getting enrolled into classes, like I just shook my desk and the whole screen moves. Wow, that's pretty cool. If you're looking at getting into classes and you're thinking about wanting to learn how to trade, reach out to me. I'll walk you through. I'll show you the academy, show you what you're getting for when you get enrolled. There's no contracts. It's a month-to-month tuition that you can pay to get enrolled in classes. You can schedule classes. Classes are recorded. There's live classes. There's live trading classes you can get into and take trades with all the educators. Pick out your style. There's just all kinds of cool stuff, right? They drop trade signals, trade ideas, just everything you could possibly imagine. Our instructor, Jess, with the stock options class is freaking a rock star, right? If you're thinking about, man, I'd love to learn how to trade stock options, she's a beast. She is an absolute beast, an absolutely awesome instructor. If you're thinking you want to learn how to trade just in the general Forex stuff, our educator, Ralph, is just a boss guy. And of course, coming over to all the other educators as well. They just really knock it out of the park. So it's a blessing to be a part of this community. If you're thinking about trading, definitely reach out to me. We'll get you hooked up. My phone number should be scrolling across the bottom of the screen. If not, it's 314-498-7688. Don't just call me randomly because I won't know who you are. Send me a text message. Tell me who you are. Tell me you're interested in learning more about trading, and we'll definitely set up. Yes, Buwalia, the instructors are absolutely awesome. And again, if you make a commitment, right, and I'm going to harp on this a little bit, if you decide you want to trade, this isn't a get-rich-quick deal. You just like going to college, right? If you're going to go to college and get a degree and you want to graduate college, it takes 4 years. Now, it doesn't take that long to learn how to trade, but I would make a minimum commitment of 18 months of solid education of coming in and pushing buttons and seeing what happens and using a demo account so you don't have to risk live money, right, until you get really good. I literally used a demo account for 18 months before I opened a live account. It's just me because I want to be really, really good. And now, 3 years later, I can use a live account. I still practice with demo accounts if I'm going to test a strategy. But again, a live account took me a while to get there, and I started out very, very small. I started out with $500. My goal was to win $25. I did that for I think 30 times before I decided I wanted to move up to the next level. And I said, okay, now I'm going to try it $100. And then I moved to $400, and I moved to $1,000. And now my goal is to get to $2,500 every single time I trade. Haven't hit that yet, but it's a goal. So that's what I'm working on. Love you. Appreciate you. Hopefully you're having an absolutely awesome February. I know I am. If I don't see you tomorrow, happy Valentine's Day. Sending much love. I love you. Jesus loves you. Absolutely nothing you can do about that. I'm on a mission to have no more empty refrigerators and help you make a lot of money. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.